Okay. Hi, everyone. How are you doing today or this evening, rather? It is dark here. I'm not going to lie. I feel like I should be asleep right now and not doing the class. Let's just keep it real, okay? So today we are going to make an easel card. If you've never made one before, they're really fun to make, pretty easy. And I'm gonna tell you something. What I'm really happy about today, though, guys, over everything, is that we figured out how to make my camera into landscape instead of portrait. Like that is the biggest thing. Like nothing else today matters but that. You guys have no idea. I'm so happy about that. So without further ado, let's get to what you came here for. I hope you guys were able to go get your supplies. Right now, Michael's has Capital Chic design stuff at 60% off. Honey, I had to run to the store this morning, today rather, this evening, and go get some more paper because I was out of paper completely. Um, I had to go to two stores. Luckily, there was a sales associate there. She checked the overstock and she found four paper pads. I said, I'll take all four, like for real. So you can pan down on my hands now. Thank you. So here are the two cards. Now we're gonna make one, but if we can get to two, we'll make two, okay? I think the one that I'm gonna focus on making probably will be this one. And if we can get to this one, we will. But this is the paper pad that we will be using as well. Bright Night. I hope you're able to get it. Love this paper pad. It is so freaking cute. Do you hear me? I mean, absolutely amazing. And then we'll, of course, use this paper pad as well from the Capital Chic line. This is the one that I was using, but I have four brand new pads, so we're not worried about that anymore. And you should have a list of the other stuff that you'll need. But as always, with any type of card making class, use what you have on hand. As long as you have Capital Chic, we good to go. All right. So let me give you the dimensions of this card. I've already cut down this card, to be honest with you, and here it is right here. And this is 4¼ by 11. So you got a chance, pull out your paper trimmer and cut at 4¼ by 11. So just take you 8½ by 11 paper and just cut it in half. That's all you have to do. That is the quickness of it. And again, I've said this before on my other classes. I love this paper trimmer by We Are Memory Keepers because it has everything up there for you. Everything. All your measurements. And I'm not a measuring type of girl. So I'd be like, oh, I don't know. Let me keep trying to trim this till I get to it. But honey, now you'll think that I know what I'm talking about. And I really, truly don't. So we're going to take that, again, cut that at 4¼ by 11. So that's 4¼ by 11. And then we're going to score. Once we get finished there, we're going to score it in half at 5½. So the one thing that I guess I do have it right here. So we're going to take this and we're going to score it in half if you've already cut. And we're going to score it at 5½. So that would be right here for me. And I'm taking my scoring tool and I'm just going down. Press firmly and then do this. Press it in. Okay. So that's the first place we are going to score it at. All right. The next place that we are going to score it at is at 2 3/4. I believe on here that is at this point where I have this 3/4 at. It should be half of this right here, basically. And you know me, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. And if it's wrong, we'll fix it. All right, so you should score, your first score should be at 5.5, or basically fold the paper in half. And your next scoring should be at 2 3/4. Once you've done that, you're going to take it and just press backwards and just do that. In case anybody wants to know what I'm doing, I'm just pressing this out and flattening it. That's all I'm doing. And this is how it should look. Let me show you my little notes over here when I'm making stuff. See? Like that. Okay? So the first thing we want to do is we want to make the card base, which is this part right here on the top, okay? That's the first thing we want to do. So our card base is going to be 4 1/4 by 5.5. And you can take some paper. Let's see what paper I took over here on this one. Or you can take any paper. You don't have to make it exactly like the one that I'm making. Remember that. You can make it however you want to make it, okay? I believe on this one I did the gold. We put that on there for you guys to pick that up if you didn't. But we did gold on this one right here. And on this one right here, I did the white shimmery. So this was the gold, and then this is the white. And since I'm the type of person, I like to work with whatever I have left over. I'm going to just cut this paper right here. This paper did come out of the Holiday Glitzer Glitz paper pad. That was on your list of paper to get. And I think I told you guys this in the last one. You can get all of them. This paper is beautiful. Do you hear me? It's beautiful. So we're going to cut this at 4 1/4 by 5.5. And cut with me, people. Cut with me. This thing came off, and I don't know how to get it back on here. And guess what? I'm not going to worry about it. All right, so let's go. So 4 1/4 by 5.5. And that is going to be our base. All right. 4 1/4 by 5.5. That is our card, starting off our card base. All right. You should have your Capital Chic pad with you. And let me just go and grab one that I just bought from the store. Sorry. All right. You can choose any paper out of here, but you know what? Make sure it matches. I mean, you don't want to be putting just anything out there. You know, this is a card you're making for someone, and they're going to be able to display this card. We don't want to be sending them ugly stuff to display, especially when it has our name written on it. You know, during the holidays, people love to tell folks who made something. And what you don't want is to be, you don't want your name associated with an ugly card. So make sure you pick something appropriate. So with this one, we are going to go with this one. I think that'll look good on there. It looks like we're almost making this exact same card over here, but it just works, okay? I honestly think that you could probably get away with this as well, but to me, the bows are just not Christmassy enough for me, even though this paper does have some bows in it. You know what? Forget it. Let's go with it. I'm going to do it. I don't care. That's part of crafting. We change our mind at the last second, and that's what we do. So with this one, We will cut it at, let me make sure, guys, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Okay. The first thing we're going to do, since we're taking the paper pad out, and we're just going to cut off that little edge right there. Don't need it. Trash that. And we're going to cut this at 4 1/8, which is right here. 4 1/8. Cut it at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. 5 3/8. Okay. By 5 3/8. Trim that off of there. I like to keep my little scraps because you just never know when you're going to need it for something else. It's just something that I do, and I love doing it. Then we're just going to look at it and make sure, did we really cut this correctly? I always do this. Yeah, I did. See how it fits inside there? That's what we're looking for. Making sure that it fits. And this looks good so far. I'm loving this. Loving this. All right. So now that we have that, we will go ahead and do a little bit of gluing. So if you have your adhesive gun or you have some type of adhesive, you want to just go ahead and start applying this paper to this, okay? Make sure you put it on there really good, because the thing about it is that this is, this is not like a chunky glitter, but it is glitter. You just don't want to make sure your card don't want to fall apart. The last thing you need is for your card to fall apart at someone else's house, and then everybody looking at you like you crazy, And like if you were to give it to a parent or somebody or an aunt or auntie, you never know, they might end up gossiping about you, behind your back, child. When such and such made that card, honey, that thing done fell apart. That's why she should have went to the store and bought me one. But you don't want people doing that. Then we want to take it and we want to slide it on here and make sure that all the way around it you have some space there. Now, honestly, I have a little bit more space on this side than I do here. It doesn't matter. Again, it's handmade. Just press that in there. Okay. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our ribbon. Let me give you a little shortcut on this ribbon. So check out this card right here. You see on this card, I did put the ribbon all the way around, but honestly, you really don't have to. You don't even have to put this ribbon on the card. You can if you want to, you don't have to. For me, it's just a pop of color, basically. But if you want to, you want to put it under, and I didn't do that. So we'll be making this again, and we will put it under, but not right now. So let's skip the ribbon part. That's part of crafting. You skip things. We'll go back to that. No worries. All right, so open up your Bright Nights and look for the tags in here. I do have a page over here that I had already cut up before, but I don't really want to use that. Let me see if I can find another one. That's so cute. Let's see what we got here. I would love to be able to use these because they're so beautiful, but they're so big, and we're not doing a card this size. That would have been so cute, right? All right, here's a page right here. So this page is one page that I already cut out, basically. And what I have left from that page is right here. And as you can see, I used this Merry and Bright Christmas Nights on this card right here, which is so freaking cute. Oh my gosh, guys, it is so cute. I'm thinking though that we will probably use the one down here in this corner. It says believe is seeing. I think that we should use that. That's what I'm thinking for this card, because we don't want to, we're trying to just cut with what we have here. And then you could use this all is calm, all is bright, all is calm, all is bright right here as well. All right. So for this card, since we're kind of making it like this, we're going to use the merry and bright. Let's just go ahead and take that out and just cut this part out. And we're going to do that. You can use your trimmer if you want to and trim it, or you can cut it with scissors. I think I'm going to cut it with my trimmer this time. The first time I did it, I just cut it with my scissors, but this time I'm going to cut it with the trimmer. And about right there. Yeah, it looks about right. Okay, make sure everything's good. Perfect. And let's cut that part. Let's see. Right there. Perfect. Now let's cut this one. Perfect. All right. So with this, you can start if you want to. You can go ahead and look at it and see what size it is. This is 3.5 by 4 7/8. So we just want to go up. So we want to cut our paper. We're going to take some cardstock. And we're just going to cut it at 3 5/8 by 5. So again, that is cut at 3 5/8 by 5. You're just going up, just one little markup or whatever. All right, so let's go ahead and do it. Now, if you want to do it the way I did it here, you want to just go up bigger, and then you just want to, you know, put one behind and put the other way. If you want to do that, if you want it to be on here like this and have some sticking out, then you're going to do it the way I did it. All right. So actually, I think I'm going to cut mine a little bigger than that. Instead of 3 5/8, I think I'm going to go with 3 3/4, to be honest with you. And I'm just going to try this out here on camera. I'm just doing some little bit different. And then I'm going to do 5 1/8. Let me see how this is going to look, because I really want this to come through, you know? Oh, yeah. Ladies. Oh, my God. Y'all, do it that way. Look at all of that shine behind there. Yes. Make it bigger. Make it bigger. I'm telling you, it's going to be so worth it. So worth it. And again, that is at 3. Let's make sure. 3 3/4 by 5 1/8. 3 3/4 by 5 1/8. Love, love, love. This I like. This is cute. Where's my card? A little busy, but I like it. It works for me. It works for me. Love, love, love. I do feel, guys, that we do need to have just something to break that up. And I have the perfect addition to this. I think, and this is the thing what I like about crafting, when you're crafting and you're just going with the flow and doing your own thing, you can just kind of add little stuff to it. Because I have this craft tape by Craftsmith, and I just really feel like if we just add this little gold around this corner, it would be really, really cute. It would just get that extra little something to the card. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to try it and see what happens. Let's see what happens. So all I did was just take some and cut it off of there. And I'm just going to stick it on here like this. Okay, and then we're going to trim it. Don't worry, we're going to trim it. Just maybe that's too much. Let's see, about right there. Just kind of eyeball it, you know, because that's what I do. I'm not going to lie to you. I eyeball a lot of stuff. Okay. And then let's go with about right there. That looks about right. Okay. Yeah. And then we stick this on here. Look, give them the illusion that they have tape going across, but actually it's not. I'm going to put that in there. And now we're just going to trim it. You can either fold it back if you want to, or you can trim it. I say trim it because you don't want to give nobody a reason to talk about you, honey. Okay, look at this. All right, so we're just going to trim that off real quick. You can get that tape at Michael's, by the way. I would suggest getting a bunch of it. It does come in 3 colors. They have red and they have green, but you know me, I love the gold. I like anything that's shiny. All right, throw that away. And we're going to glue down this right here, right quick. So let's put this off to the side and let's go ahead and add our little glue to this. Whatever adhesive that you have on you, just make sure that it's going to stick. Again, we don't like cards that come apart. We'd rather have too much glue and adhesive than not enough. And go ahead and center this as best as possible. Okay. Then we're going to add some glue to this. Excuse me, let me get some water out of my beautiful cup. I just wanted to go ahead and show you that. That's at Michael's and you can buy that. This will make a good stocking stuffer. You can add a couple of things inside and put it in the stocking, honey. They have a cup and gift, okay? And now we're going to put that on top. And just kind of center that as much as possible. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's so cute. Oh my God, I love it, I love it. I know I get so excited over my own stuff, but
hold it up really close so we can see it better.
You said what now? I'm sorry.
Just hold it up closer to the camera so we can see it better.
Okay. Look, guys. Isn't this cute? Oh my God. It looked like a present because of the little gold right there. I love it. I love it. So the next thing you want to do is you want to go back to your card base and we're going to put this on top of this. You're going to apply your glue on this part right here, okay? Excuse me. So let's glue it down. I hope I'm not going too fast for you guys. Oh, what happened? Something has happened here. Wait a minute. What happened? Are we still here? Are we still recording? I don't know what happened on my end. Okay, sorry guys. Okay. Maybe somebody was trying to call me or something. Okay. So we're just gonna glue this. And And all you're going, make sure before you do anything that you have everything turned around exactly how you want it. Because the last thing you want to do is do this. Okay? Upside down cards, they do happen. And all you do is rip it and take it off, and then you just re-glue it back down. But make sure you have everything turned around. Okay? All right. And then we're going to press it in here. Make sure it's lined up. And then just press in. And this is the first part of our card. Okay? It should look like this. Okay? Because what you want is for them to display your card. And that's what this is about, is a display. So the second part of the card is, here's the thing. When you have a card like this, you don't want to put too much stuff in there, especially personal stuff, because it will be a display card. And when an easel card is up like that, people can see what you wrote. So, you know, you want to just kind of keep it generic, Merry Christmas, you know, and a Happy New Year, blah, blah, blah. But you don't want to put a whole lot of stuff in there. You use another card to do stuff like that, all right? So the next thing we want to do is we want to create the bottom portion. You can decide how you want to do it. You can either put something just at the end down here is what I would recommend, and use this part to write in, or you can do the whole card. What I did was, on my cards, I just put believe at the bottom, and then I had the little sequins here. That is enough to stop the card from going down any further. That's what you want to do. You can bring it up as high as you want to or as low as you want to. But for me, I want to put it down here so that I can write back here in the back of the card. I can use this space in the back to write in, and then all they see is this right here. Now, if somebody's real nosy, they're going to be lugging all back there, but most people ain't doing all that. Plus, it's COVID, and I have to remind people we are in COVID and we're in the pandemic. Ain't nobody going to see what you wrote anyway, but the people that's going to. So you good. All right, so the next thing, let's look in here and see what we have. On that piece of paper that you do have believe right here. And we can use this, or we can use this right here if we want to. I'm going to use this so it can bring out the gold that I have in the wording up there. All right. So I'm going to grab my scissors. I'm going to cut that out. And I hope that you're keeping up with me. We're going to grab our scissors and we're just going to cut this out real quick. Wait a minute. No, we don't. We can actually cut it out on here. Ah, that's a quicker way to do it. All right, let's cut that. And let's see here. All right, we do have to cut it out once we get down to this part. This is cute too. This would be cute in there as well. So I'm just gonna cut that right there right quick and cut this part. Be quick. It may not be perfect, but don't worry about it. All right, because it's not perfect. Then we're gonna look at this and look, it's too big. So we're just gonna trim off enough so that it can just be sitting there. So while it's not perfect, we might as well make it perfect. And let's just cut off just a little bit over here on this side. Oh man, look like I probably cut off way too much. Oh well. And then I'm just gonna cut down to the fourth one. The fourth flower. Let's get that on there. So there are 5 flowers and I cut it down to the 4th. And guess what? It will fit on here. And nobody can tell that I messed that up. You want to take your three-dimensional adhesives that look like this, and you should have some. And you want to tape the back of this with those because we want to make sure that the card stops where it's supposed to stop at. So get as many as you like and just put them on the back. All right, it should look like this. And then we're going to take this off and just flick them off. Making sure I stay in the camera. And then we are going to lay this on here like that. Bring it up as far as where you want your card to stop at. If you want your card to stop up here, then bring it up there. If you want your card to stop down here, bring it right here. It's really up to you. I'm going to put mine right here because I feel the need to put it up that far. Yeah, that's what your card going to be like when you're done with just doing that part. Like if you wanted to, don't be like me because my card is a little messed up right now. Hold on, let me take this back up. That's the one thing about doing a live class. Sometimes you make mistakes and you just have to fix it real quick. Yeah. All right, that's straighter. So technically, let's be honest, you could be done with your card right now. You really could be. But you know me, we're not done yet. I have to add my little sequins. Check out this tray that you can get at Michael's. And these are my glue dots. And these are my favorite to use when I'm doing sequins. I love adding sequins to my cards. These are gold. And this was on your supply list to get. And I just take my sequin and I just press it in to the glue dot. However many I'm going to use. And I always use 5. You always want to use an uneven number. And this is what I do. So we got 4. We need 1 more. And you can use another color if you want to. You don't have to use gold. But y'all know I love gold. Oh my God, I love it, especially around the holidays. I just cannot stop myself. And so the last thing we want to do is take these, make sure you press them in, okay? And now we want to just take it off of here, and it should be on the back. I know you can't see in here, but it is on the back. And you want to put 3 or 2 at the top. I'm going to do 3 in like a triangle. And I'm going to do 2 at the bottom. Oops. And there's my card. And now all you have to do is sign it. And of course, I will be like, love, Lamika. Oh my God, is this not the cutest card, guys? The simplest card. And it will be on display and everybody will see it. And then just write your little message in here, you know, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you want to say. Girl, that cake was good. Girl, you burnt that cake. Girl, I love your macaroni and cheese. You're the best. Whatever you want to say. And then it's just displayed at someone's house. This right here, this card is the one that people will be talking about. I mean, people love other cards like this. They like cards like this. But these cards, it's just something different about this card in the way it's just sitting up there. This is what you call an easel card. An easel card. Do you guys want to make another card? Do we have time to make another card? That's the question. I have to ask Craftsmith that.
We do. It's only 4 or 5:30, or I guess 6:30 your time. So got like another half an hour-ish.
Awesome. We will make another card. This time we will use a ribbon. I know we told you guys to get it, so I'm going to make sure we use the ribbon this time. Okay, so don't forget, get your paper ready. You should have your other half of that card if you didn't make 2 cards already. I know we have people on here that are like, you know, really, they crafty. They probably already made 3 or 4 cards, honey, on me and my one. But if you don't, if you do have your other sheet, the half of this, we're going to use it. So again, that's at 4 1/4 by 11. And since I don't have the other half, I'm going to have to cut mine on camera and show you guys. If you guys have any questions while I'm doing this, feel free to ask. So this is at 4 1/4. And don't forget, we are going to score at 5 1/2. Here we go. So score at 5 1/2. Press in there well. And then we are going to fold it over. For those that don't know, this is called a bone folder. You can get these at Michael's as well. And then we are going to score at 2 3/4. And it's basically half of this top portion. And then we're going to fold it over. Just press that in. Okay, that's all we're going to do. And that is our card base. I'm going to repeat it one more time. You're going to cut at 4 1/4 by 11. Then you're going to score right here at 5 1/2. And then you're going to score again on this part at 2 3/4. All right. That is our card base. Now mine is not as I'm going to have an issue with that. So I'm just going to do it again because I'm that type of person. I have issue with some things. So let me hold this as much as I can. Try to get that. All right. So the first thing we want to do is we want to figure out what do we want our card base color to be. Since we have this holiday glitter pack and we're working with the bright nights. Wait a minute. First of all, let me tell you guys this. Y'all, look at here. I have this one too. The sugar plums. Isn't this the cutest? Oh my God. Okay, let me get back to what I was doing. Just have to show you guys that because I'm just thinking, how can I incorporate that paper with my paper that I have over here? That's the good thing about crafting is that you're wanting to find stuff that you can incorporate. Like what colors would go? And oh my God, I don't know if I can have anything that will go with me. I can only think that I would probably be able to use that. Yeah, we're not gonna think about that right now. We're gonna stay focused. All right, so let's figure out what do we want to use on here. Do we want to use? We want to use the ribbon. We want to use that red ribbon. So we need to find a color that will go. I guess it'll have to be the gold. And I wish I had some extra gold over here, but I don't. So we'll use the gold. I just feel like I want to tell Craftsmith, hint, hint, I just need a paper pad with nothing but this color in it. Just letting you guys.
Hey, we'll get it done.
Okay, so we're going to cut this at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So 4 1/4, and that's 4 1/4. And we're gonna go 5 1/2, and that's right here. So that'll be our very nice base. Okay. And then we will need to go with a color, a piece of paper that can go over this. Now I do have some paper that's out right now that I'm actually going to use because I really like it. It is this sheet right here that's coming out of here. out of the Bright Night is this sheet of paper. This is the one that I'm going with. That's the one that I love, but you can go with any one that you want. I see this nice green with the black and white ornaments. I think it's really, really cute. I think that that would be cute if you want to use that. This is really cute as well. So you can just go with whatever you feel the need to go with. Of course, you can't go wrong with the bows, but you can do whatever you want to do. I'm going to use the one with the words. I love words. All right. So we're going to cut this paper at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Whatever paper you decide to use, that's what you need to cut it at. First cut happening now, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. This is the reason why I love this cutter, because everything is at the top. All
Looking
right.
at you.
And again, we want to make sure that, you know, it's going to fit on there. It will, but, you know, just to be sure, you just want to make sure that it is going to fit. And it does. This is the time where we need to have our ribbon out. All right. Grab your ribbon and just cut a little bit. Unfortunately, I don't have the right scissors for my ribbon. And we're going to cut that in half. Because we're going to do the same thing that we did a while ago. We're going to make it seem like we have ribbon all the way across, but we really don't. It's just going to be on the edges. All right. We're going to take our tape just on the edge. We're going to take our ribbon and put it over there. Try to line it up as much as possible. As you can see, I'm just kind of winging it. That's what I do. Everything doesn't have to be perfect. And because I winged it, look at that, it didn't come out right. So what I need to do is I need to move one. I'm going to move this one. And I'm just going to move it down just a bit. Oh, let me move it up again. This is part of live classes, honey. We make mistakes, we do things, but that's okay. Because guess what? It works now. Now it is perfect. All right. So now that we have that part, we are going to put that to the side because we will mess with that here in a second. All we're going to do, if you want to and just go ahead, you can go ahead and glue this on there. That's totally up to you. But I'm not going to do that right now. I am going to go back to this sheet over here and figure out what it is that I want to use next. I think, and I do believe that this would be really cute. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? You can use whatever you want to use. We're looking at everything that we have left here. I'm really, because I have the words right there, I don't really want to do anything with too many words. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this might be better on this card. That might be better on this card. Yeah. All right, so we're going to go with this, but we're going to do like I did on the other card where we do the sideways thing. Trust me. Trust me. We're going to do this. That's what we're going to do. All right, so we want to cut this and go ahead and trim that down right quick. And trim this down. We're going to use the Believe, just so you know. So this is all working out perfectly. And let's go Make sure it's on that line. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then trim this off. Oh, that didn't turn out so perfect. Oh, yes, it did. Okay. I have a little bit of a something right here on the edge. I'm just going to trim that with my scissors. Take that off. Perfect. Let me make sure that this is good. Yeah, this is good. Let's go ahead and see what size this is so we can know what to cut our other paper with. So this like is 3 3/4 by, I want to say 3/4. Yeah, so we just want to make this probably 3 3/8 by 3 3/8. Let's go ahead and do that right quick. You should have a piece of scrap right here, and go ahead and cut that at 3 3/8. Wait a minute. Yeah. Don't cut with scissors in your hand. All right. And then size 3 3/8. If you want to go a little bit bigger, you can. You totally can. Let's see how it look. Oh my God. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. All right. I have. So that's what we're looking for. And if you want to, this is something that I do. I like to just look at everything laid out first before I'm done with it, just to get a feel of what it's looking like. And I'm really loving this already. I'm already loving this. And when this comes over here, it's going to be tucked in over there. And you know, you're not going to even be able to see. You see how that's looking right there? That's how it's going to be tucked in. Nobody will know. Nobody will know. All right, so now that we got that together, let's go ahead and get glue down. We want to, if you want to, you can just put a little bit of glue right across this area. Okay, and you can go ahead and lay that down. Totally up to you, but if I were you, I would do that. See how I did that? Again, all that is going to be covered up. Won't nobody know. We can go ahead and put our glue on this paper, our little scrap piece of paper. Make sure it's on there really, really good. And we're going to just kind of play with the shape. Just lay it on there. Flatten that in there really well. All right. And then we have this piece right here. We're going to put, oh, you know what? No. Let's put that on dimensionals. That would be cute because it would be popping up. Totally popping up. So let's do a couple of dimensionals here, there. And let's put a dimension.
Hey, Lamika.
Yeah.
Can you tell us the size of the gold glitter square again?
Yeah, that is, hold on. Let me see what this was. This was 3 1/4. So that's 3 3/8 by 3 3/8. And you don't have to do 3 3/8 if you don't want to. You could go and do 3 3/4, but I just think, you know, you should have a little extra because I'm extra sometimes. And the reason and how I got that size is because I just measured what I have in my hand right now after I cut it down. I just want it to be a little bit bigger than that. Now we're going to take this, figure out how you want this wreath to be on here. As you can see, that bow is right there. So we want it to be that way. Don't get on here and put your wreath on here upside down, because y'all know we do that. You know, people don't be paying attention. They watching the movie. They talking to their kids. you know, your husband will come in, he don't know how to find the piece of tape that you have another room. Just make sure you check that, make sure you know where that's at, all right? And I want to put it like this. You just press it in. And if you can see, it just pops up just a little bit, just to have a little something up there. Love, 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 love. I have some distressed ink. If you have any type of ink and you want to, I'm just going to distress my edges. Add a little ink to my edges of my card. It just adds a little something to it, that's all. You don't have to do this. This is totally optional. You don't have to do it. I'm just doing it, but you don't have to do it. Okay? I ain't messing with that edge. I don't want to mess up my card. I don't want to mess up my card. I'm going to leave that little piece of an edge alone. After you're done with this part of your card, we're going to take this entire piece and we're going to put it on here. Okay? Don't do like me. Well, you can do like me because it doesn't matter because you can just turn it around. But, you know, you just want to put it on here. So let's go ahead and get glue all the way on here right quick. Make sure you glue this sucker up. We don't want it to come apart. I think this is going to be good. Now we want to make sure it is. Let me stand up so I can see. I want to make sure it's in the center. Center enough for me. Yes. Oh my God, it looks so cute, guys. Doesn't it look cute? Honey, when you get this card, they're going to be like, girl, oh my God. So-and-so makes the cutest handmade cards, and you never know. You know, you may get someone that wants you to make cards for them for their family for the holidays. At least that's what I used to do. I love making cards so much. I would make them for people, and they would hire me to make cards for them to give out. Only special cards, cards that you can't find in the store. So now the next thing we want to do is take your card base and we want to put it on this piece right here. And we're going to glue that down. If it's easier for you to flatten it out, please do so. But just make sure that you are doing it on the right part. You don't want to be on that part. All right. So put your adhesive on here. I just like to, again, I just like to make sure, you know, I don't want myself falling apart. One thing you won't say about Lamika is that she sends out raggedy cards. And then we're going to take this piece and we're going to glue it on here. Apply it to that part. And just press it in really, really well. Okay. All right. Now that we got that part on there, we want to take the believe. Let me find my believe. There it is. And we want to put it wherever we want to put it at. This time I'm going to come down further. So with this one, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to put my sequins down here at the bottom too. I'm not going to put them on my card. I feel like my card has enough stuff going on up there that it doesn't need anything. But I will put them down here at the bottom. So I'm only going to do 2 of these. You can do as many as you want to. That's totally up to you. I'm only doing 2. I'm going to center it as best as I can at the bottom. Press that in. Now, technically, your card will stay up there, you know, with that. But I just want to add some sequins because I'm extra like that. And on this one, I will do the gold sequins. I'm going to probably just do 3. Let's see. What is going on? Oh my God.
You're back. You're back.
Okay, good. Sorry, guys. I'm like, is somebody trying to call me? Because let me tell you right now, as soon as I get off of this thing, I didn't tell people I was doing a class. But when I look at my phone and I see somebody trying to call me, I'm going to tell them about themselves. All right, so I just want to take it and I just want to put one right there. You see how I did that? Snails are in the way. Okay, one right here in the corner. So it'll look like that. You know, it's just a little something to be like, oh, that is so cute. Oh my God, guys, you just don't know. And when you mail these, it's gonna mail pretty flat. So except for this one, you know, you got a little something coming off to the side there. Just be mindful of that. It's not like this card, but either way, if you do mail these, make sure you put something here to cover it up so that when it goes through the mail, it doesn't get damaged. But if you give it to them in person, you'll be fine. I think it's 70 cents to mail cards like this. It's gonna cost you 70 cents. So this is what we have made today. We have made 2 easel cards today. Really fast, really fun. You can shoot the camera back up at me. So we made 2 easel cards today. Simple, fast, and fun. And I mean, what did it cost you? Probably not much, okay? And you can make several cards like this. I don't know which one is your favorite. Well, I love both of these cards, to be honest with you. I don't know which one is my favorite. Which one is your favorite? Which one did you like? Or what did you end up making? These are my original cards that I made. And I'm going to hold it up with the believe. And you see how I put the sequins on that one? It's just different, but same type of concept. And then this one was one of my favorites, not gonna lie, because I use this part so that you can write a note. I'm telling you, I think this is cute. If you covered all of this up, it's the same size as the base of this one, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, I think it was. You can cover your entire base if you want to, and then you can put this on there, and you can use this to write with. I would say this is for someone that's really special because, I mean, you only really get 2 in the pack. So a hint craftsmith in the future. Maybe we might have a little bit more of these. Just saying.
Yes, we'll do.
Do anybody have any questions? And while you out there creating, go out to Michael's and grab this one too. If you want something with different type of colors. Okay, the sugar plums. This is really cute, and I love it.
Everyone's just saying what a great class it was, Lamika. You did a great job.
You guys love this class. Look at this. This is so cute, guys. I'm telling you. This one is really cute. You can totally make some cute things. And look at that. You have tags to put for your cards. I'm telling you. Totally, totally, totally worth getting this one. I'm glad you guys like the class. You know, I craft the way I craft in real life when I'm doing these classes. I don't do anything that I wouldn't do. Everything don't always come out perfect, but you know what? That's what crafting is about. You just go with the flow and you keep on moving. That's what you have to do, you know. And you just want to make sure that your cards aren't raggedy. That's the most important thing. If your card is raggedy, don't say you took this class. I'm trying to read some of these comments. Oh yeah, that Christmas plaid is so good. Thank you, Helen. Thanks, Michelle. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the class. You wear your petty. I try not to be petty when I come here, you know. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad. I just have to be myself, you know, when I'm doing this class and making cards. I have to be myself and I have to show you my mistakes. One of the things I don't like is that when you are watching a YouTube video, people don't show their mistakes. They will show you everything that looks perfect. And then when you get to that mistake that they possibly made, there's no way for you to find, there's no way for you to figure it out. Like, wait, what happened here? I had that happen to me once, and I'm telling you, from then on, when I used to make YouTube videos, I would show people every mistake that I make. I don't care. Learn from me. Don't do it, you know? But yeah, let's not send out any raggedy cards. When I made my cards were $4 each. And then if I did like a bundle or something, you know, then I would just shave a little bit off of there, but not too much. Because the thing about it is, if you're making this card for someone and it's being handmade, I truly think that you need to you know, you need to give them the price as it is. You know, don't cut yourself too short. Think about your supplies and then double that.
Tell us where we can find you on social media and stuff.
Okay, so you can find me on social media. I have 2 Instagrams. I have a Crafty Mika Instagram, and then you can find my business Instagram is Capital Chic Designs. And I do have a Facebook group, but you know, you have to find it on Facebook, Capital Chic Designs. They want to type those sites out. I mean, I can write it out and stuff, and I can show you in the camera, but I don't have a way to type anything out to you guys.
I'll type them in there. Yeah, I'll type them in there.
All right. I was gonna say, on my notepad, you can see the stuff on my notepad too. It say Capital Chic Designs and Facebook and the website, but my website is closed right now. People are asking me when it's going to open. I'm in the middle of doing Black Friday orders at the moment. After I'm done with Black Friday orders, I will debate if I'm going to reopen my shop, because I need to be able to take a little self-care break. And my self-care break usually is in December. And so I don't know yet if I'm going to reopen or not. It is very important, yeah. And right now I'm very tired, and I'm, you know, very, very happy and blessed that people shop with me for Black Friday, but I want to get their orders out to them as fast as possible so I can enjoy my Christmas and all that stuff and take me a break too. So that's what I'm doing. I haven't even did any shopping yet because I gotta get these orders out. I want my customers to have their stuff. That's important to me. I took off today, but I'm going back to work tomorrow. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate everyone that shops with me, and I appreciate everyone that goes to Michael's and buy my stuff. I can't wait for you guys to see the new stuff when it come out.
All right, let's wrap it up.
All right.
Thank you so much, Lamika. That was an amazing class.
All right. Bye, everybody.